Let me take you on a ride through the exhilarating history of the Ford Mustang, a car that has defined American muscle and performance since its debut. Our journey begins in the early 1960s when American car buyers were craving something new, something fast, sporty, and affordable. Lee Iacocca, then a vice president at Ford, saw this opportunity and pushed for the creation of a new kind of car that would appeal to young drivers. He envisioned a stylish coupe with seating for four, a floor-mounted shifter, and a long hood with a short rear deck. This concept would ultimately be known as the pony car. The result of this vision was the original Ford Mustang, unveiled on April 17, 1964 at the New York World's Fair. Ford expected modest success, but was overwhelmed when over 22,000 Mustangs were sold on the first day alone. In its first year, sales soared past 400,000 units. The Mustang instantly became a cultural icon, symbolizing freedom, performance, and youth. Early models offered a range of engine options, from a 2.8-liter inline-six to a 4.7-liter V8. Available as a coupe or convertible, the Mustang was both customizable and accessible. The 1965 model introduced the GT equipment package, offering more power and performance. Carroll Shelby soon entered the scene, transforming the Mustang into a true performance machine. The 1965 Shelby GT 350 was a stripped-down, track-focused beast, and a year later, the GT 500 raised the bar with a 7-liter V8. As the 60s progressed, the Mustang grew in size and power. The 1967 Mustang received a more muscular design to accommodate larger engines. By 1969, the Mach 1, Boss 302, and Boss 429 had joined the lineup, cementing the Mustang's place in performance history. These models were aggressive, fast, and designed for both street and track. The Boss 429 in particular was built to meet NASCAR homologation requirements and featured a massive semi-Hemi V8. The early 70s brought even bigger Mustangs. The 1971 to 1973 models were larger and heavier, reflecting the muscle car era's peak. However, rising insurance costs, tightening emission standards, and the fuel crisis soon spelled trouble. In 1974, Ford launched the second generation Mustang, known as the Mustang II. Built on the Pinto platform, it was smaller and more fuel efficient, aligning with the times. While purists balked, the Mustang II was a commercial success, especially with the oil crisis looming. It even won Motor Trend's Car of the Year in 1974. The Mustang II offered limited performance, but featured the Cobra II and King Cobra variants with sporty looks. By the late 70s, it was clear the Mustang needed to evolve again. In 1979, Ford introduced the third generation Mustang, built on the new Fox platform. This generation would run for 15 years and became known for its versatility. It started with modest power but evolved quickly. The Mustang GT returned in the early 80s with improved V8 engines. The iconic 5.0-liter V8 became a performance staple. The lightweight Fox body made it popular with tuners, racers, and police departments. Special editions like the SVO offered turbocharged performance and improved handling. The 1987 refresh gave the Mustang a sleeker look and improved interior. By the early 90s, however, the Mustang was showing its age. In 1994, Ford introduced the fourth generation Mustang, heavily restyled but still riding a modified Fox platform, now called SN95. The design drew inspiration from the original Mustang with a more modern, rounded appearance. Power came from a 3.8-liter V6 or a 5.0-liter V8 in GT models. In 1996, Ford replaced the aging 5.0 with a modular 4.6-liter V8. This engine would evolve over the years and become the foundation for high-performance Mustangs to come. The Cobra returned under the SVT banner, offering higher performance and features. In 2003, Ford unveiled the SVT Cobra Terminator, boasting a supercharged 4.6-liter V8 with 390 horsepower. It was a beast, capable of competing with the Chevrolet Corvette and imported sports cars. Meanwhile, Mustang's presence in pop culture remained strong. From Steve McQueen's Bullet to countless songs, shows, and commercials, the Mustang was woven into American identity. In 2005, Ford introduced the fifth generation Mustang, a retro styled masterpiece built on a new platform. It marked a return to form with styling cues from the original 60s Mustangs and solid rear axle simplicity. The Mustang GT packed a 4.6-liter three-valve V8 with 300 horsepower. The design was a hit, and performance models soon followed. Shelby returned to the fold with the GT 500, initially offering 500 horsepower from a supercharged 5.4-liter V8. Ford released limited editions like the Bullet, Boss 302, and California Special, all nodding to Mustang's heritage. The Mustang once again became a serious contender in the performance world. In 2011, Ford introduced a new 5.0-liter Coyote V8, producing 412 horsepower, bringing the GT back to greatness. By 2013, the GT 500 had reached 662 horsepower, making it the most powerful Mustang ever at the time, but change was coming again. In 2015, Ford unveiled the sixth generation Mustang, now with independent rear suspension for the first time. It was a global car sold in Europe and beyond. The design evolved while retaining Mustang DNA. Engine options included a turbocharged 2.3-liter EcoBoost, a 3.7-liter V6, and the 5.0 Coyote V8. Performance trims like the GT350 and GT350R featured flat-plane crank V8s, high-revving monsters tuned for the track. In 2020, the GT500 returned with a supercharged 5.2-liter V8, making 760 horsepower, the most powerful street-legal Ford ever made. The Mustang continued to innovate with modern tech, improved handling, and global appeal. Then, in 2021, Ford shocked the world with the Mustang Mach-E, an all-electric crossover bearing the Mustang badge. The Mustang Mach-E was Ford's bold entry into the electric future, blending the Mustang's iconic styling and performance DNA with modern EV technology. While controversial among purists, the Mach-E expanded the Mustang brand to a new audience. Offered in multiple trims, including the high-performance Mach-E GT, it delivered up to 480 horsepower and over 260 miles of range. The Mach-E proved that Mustang could evolve while staying relevant. Meanwhile, traditional Mustangs continued to dominate the pavement. In 2018, Ford refreshed the sixth generation model with sleeker styling, digital gauges, and performance upgrades. The GT now made 460 horsepower, while the new Bullet edition paid homage to the legendary Steve McQueen film. It featured unique styling cues and a specially tuned 5.0-liter V8. The Mach 1 name also returned, offering track-focused performance with a blend of GT and GT350 components. Ford was keen on preserving the Mustang's heritage while keeping it fresh. In 2022, Ford celebrated Mustang's legacy with special editions and track packages. Despite the rise of EVS and SUVs, Mustang remained the best-selling sports coupe globally for several years running. Its fan base was as strong as ever, with enthusiast communities around the world restoring, modifying, and racing Mustangs from every generation. Then came the seventh generation. In September 2022, Ford unveiled the all-new 2024 Mustang. While still based on the S550 platform, it featured significant updates in styling, tech, and performance. The design was sharper and more aggressive, with wider rear haunches and a more modern interior. Ford emphasized driver engagement with a six-speed manual transmission available on the GT and a new performance variant called the Dark Horse. The Mustang GT continued with an updated 5.0-liter Coyote V8, now making 480 horsepower in standard form and up to 500 horsepower in performance trims. The Dark Horse took things further, using a specially tuned version of the Coyote with forged internals, Magna-Ride suspension, Brembo brakes, and aggressive aero enhancements. It was the most track-capable non-Shelby Mustang ever produced, signaling Ford's commitment to internal combustion performance even as the EV era loomed. Inside, the new Mustang introduced a 12.4-inch digital instrument cluster and a 13.2-inch center touchscreen running Sync 4. Drivers could customize their gauge displays, switch between drive modes, and enjoy new features like drift brake and remote rev. It was a blend of analog soul and digital convenience. Ford also introduced new EcoBoost models, powered by a turbocharged 2.3-liter four-cylinder making over 300 horsepower. These models offered affordability and efficiency while still delivering Mustang fun. The Mustang's global appeal continued, with models sold across Europe, Asia, and Australia. Even as regulatory pressure mounted and electric vehicles gained popularity, Ford remained committed to offering a full range of Mustangs for every type of driver. Special editions like the Mustang GT California Special, Ice White Appearance Package, and Night Pony Package gave buyers more ways to personalize their cars. Meanwhile, the Mustang continued to thrive in motorsport. From NHRA drag racing to NASCAR and GT4 competition, the Mustang nameplate roared at racetracks around the world. The Mustang GT4 and GT3 programs showcased Ford Performance's dedication to racing, while the Mustang Dark Horse R took amateur and club racing by storm. In 2024, Ford announced that the Mustang GT3 would compete at the 2024 24 Hours of Le Mans, marking the Mustang's return to one of the world's most prestigious races. As we move toward 2026, Ford is preparing even more updates. Rumors suggest continued enhancements to the seventh generation platform, with potential hybrid variants under development. While Ford has not confirmed an all electric two door Mustang, they have stated that the Mustang name will remain a performance icon regardless of propulsion. Spy shots and leaked documents hint at incremental styling updates and new tech features for the 2026 Mustang. Performance enthusiasts hope to see horsepower bumps, new track packages, and perhaps a final send off for the internal combustion V8 before electrification takes hold. Meanwhile, the Mustang Mach E continues to evolve with performance and range improvements. The 2026 model is expected to offer improved battery efficiency, faster charging, and potentially even an all wheel drive GT Performance Plus model that delivers 0 to 60 times in under 3.5 seconds. With advancements in software, over the air updates, and semi autonomous driving, the Mach E is positioned as a tech forward offering that still wears the Mustang badge with pride. The future of the Mustang lies in its ability to adapt without losing its soul. For 60 years, it has represented more than just a car. It's a symbol of personal freedom, rebellious spirit, and raw performance. From high school parking lots to drag strips, from the big screen to international racetracks, the Mustang's influence is undeniable. Each generation brought something new while honoring what came before. From the simplicity of the 1964 and a half model to the track slaying Shelby GT 500S, from the unloved Mustang II to the beloved Fox body revival, each chapter in Mustang history has left its mark. Ford's engineers, designers, and executives have fought to keep the Mustang alive through changing times, while competitors like the Chevrolet Camaro and Dodge Challenger face uncertain futures. The Mustang continues forward. Its future may include hybrids, electrics, or even new body styles. But one thing is certain: if it bears the Mustang name, it must be fast, bold, and fun to drive. The Mustang story is one of resilience, reinvention, and relentless performance. Whether you're drawn to the roar of a V8, the whistle of a turbo, or the quiet rush of electric torque, there is a Mustang that speaks to your passion. And as we enter the 2026 model year, Ford is once again preparing something special. Updated styling, refined tech, and more performance are expected. Whispers of a limited edition 60-year anniversary model suggest new paint options, special badging, and commemorative touches. Mustang clubs and collectors are already buzzing with anticipation. From concept sketches in the 1960s to a global performance icon, the Mustang remains Ford's most iconic car. It was born from bold thinking, raised by racing legends, and refined by generations of enthusiasts who refused to let it fade away. As long as there are open roads and drivers who crave the thrill of the drive, the Mustang will have a place in our culture and in our garages. So whether you're restoring a classic fastback, autocrossing a Fox body, cruising in a convertible GT, or launching a Mach E GT at a green light, you're part of a legacy that stretches across decades and around the world. The Ford Mustang is not just a car, it is a movement, and it is not slowing down anytime soon.